Welcome all to this session of Let Us Talk It webinar. And thank you all for joining in and giving us this time of the day. Hopefully, you will learn something new, share with your known ones. And every time, our aim is to use this knowledge sharing platform for ourselves and all the dear ones that we know and would get helped. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So if you have any question or you need to ask to the speaker, I want to mention that you can use the log on to the Zoom link and you can ask him directly. We will have the question and answer session at the end. You can do that. Or if you want to just type in a question or a comment, please do so in the comment or the chat box or the Facebook, comment section. Please do so. We'll take notice at the end and we'll definitely answer your questions. And all of you who have joined in through Zoom, please share your questions, comments, feedback on the chat section or the Q&A section. So having said that, we are excited to start our session today. So the topic of today's Let Us Talk It webinar session is applications of cloud computing services in business. And the purpose of this presentation is to show the benefits of cloud computing and help business students in broadening their career search. And to present this topic, we have with us a very motivated speaker. His name is Sandeep Dhawan, and he is as a senior IT director of a digital marketing and IT services company. He is always challenged by the technology that keeps business relevant. He's held to budgets, benchmarks, milestones, and stakeholders who never let him forget that the IT infrastructure is a mission critical part of the business, but it is his team that motivates him the most. So, hiring, mentoring, cultivating, and inspiring employees of his department is what gets him up in the morning and keeps him in the office late. And nurturing the hidden talents in technical staff is a talent which a few possesses, and yes, he possesses it as well. And he is most proud of taking underappreciated staff and developing experts. So I remember my grandmom saying to my grandfather, who was well-known professor, but he always used to love to teach the best students, the brilliant students. And my grandmom used to say, "You are not a good professor. When you will take up the students from the bottom line and make them big achievers, that's where you are the big professor." So that reminded me of that story. And he has always taken pride in his team's extremely low attrition rate, mainly because he builds an atmosphere of trust, security, and clear expectations that his teams uh, enjoy the work that they do. So we are extremely happy, honored to have you, Sandeep. Over to you.
Thanks, Julian. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate it. And as Julian explained me about myself, but like a brief introduction, I would like to give before I start. I started my career as a developer, and then slowly I moved myself into the technical management, and then slowly into the upper level. And currently, I am working as a senior IT director, and my duties to make sure everything is on the right track when it comes to IT. And yeah, definitely, my team is the one who motivates me to do that kind of hard work. So thank you again. And the whole purpose of my presentation is to show, what is cloud computing, what are the benefits of cloud computing, and how not only the business students, but any the technical guys, especially the developer sides or the people, the managers, how they can, broaden their career search. Nowadays, what happens is like the companies like Amazon, Google, Microsoft, or bigger companies, they are looking for managers, But thing is, they are looking for technical managers. And if you are a business student or if you have managerial skills, you can definitely enhance your resume by learning little bit of cloud computing. But the thing is, the problem happens is they are non-technical people, like, and they feel scared to go to cloud computing, and that's what, rather than theoretical, I'm going to show like how easy is the cloud computing and how you can learn so many things very quickly, even in a month or so, and how you can put that in your resume, and like you can get your, definitely enhance your chances of getting the interview. So let's start. Okay, so this is, I'm going to do, this is the agenda, like what is cloud computing, simple business scenarios, all that stuff. So, so my first question, like, it's, have you used any cloud computing before? Like, I know, like, we can definitely discuss at the end if you have any question or something. Okay, so knowingly or unknowingly, we are using a variety of cloud services. For example, YouTube, Pinterest, Vimeo, they all are on the cloud. Okay, so what exactly is the cloud computing? What exactly, and why should we use cloud computing? So cloud computing is the on-demand availability of resources available to you online. So what the thing is, you don't have to buy any hardware, any software. You can just log into the cloud. You can just create the servers, and that's it. You don't have to worry about the electricity cost. You don't have to worry about the infrastructure cost, and you don't have to worry about your backups and anything. And the thing is, it depends on your needs. You can increase it, you can decrease it, whatever you need. It all depends upon your needs. Okay, so you pay what you use, and that's the real benefit of the cloud. So I really want to show this 1 minute YouTube video, if you guys don't mind.
Can't hear it that good, Sandeep.
Hey, Sandeep, I don't see it showing on the screen here.
The video is not appearing on the screen, Randy?
Correct.
Okay, then I'm pausing it right now. That's fine. So basically, I wanted to show is like, what exactly, just to give an idea before I jump into it, what exactly is cloud computing is, but that's okay. So here is one of the most, the number one platform in the world, which is AWS, like, the Amazon Web Services. And the Amazon Web Services is the, for me at least, it's the most relevant choice when you think of the cloud computing. So, okay, let me jump to the real Amazon cloud, okay, rather than, okay, so this is the Amazon cloud. I did not do anything. I just created an account and just logged in, and I'm going to show you how easy is to create a server. For example, running instances. So instances is nothing but a server. So if someone asks you, like, have you created a server? You definitely say no. But like, if you see how easy it is to create a server, you just click on launch instance. Okay, so.
Hey, Sandeep, I think you're sharing PowerPoint and not the main screen because I'm not seeing the AWS that you're looking at right now.
I think, how about the other guys? Guys, can you see that, the thing, my AWS screen?
No, Sandeep, the same. We just see the PowerPoint slide.
Okay, but I moved from the PowerPoint. Julian, do you mind checking it on your side?
Yeah, it's showing what is in cloud computing for my business. that
So
slide.
maybe you can stop sharing and restart sharing.
Okay, so can you guys see now?
So,
No, still
yeah.
the PowerPoint.
I think, are you sharing your whole desktop? Maybe that is a problem. You have to share the whole.
No, share screen.
Yeah, once you click on share, then yeah, you have to just press OK without choosing any specific one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sharing the full screen. Like, it should share everything, right? Okay, it's still the PowerPoint ready?
No,
Yes.
now we can
I can
see
see
the
now.
AWS, system access.
Yeah, looking good now.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so I logged into the AWS, and then, just click on the EC2. So that's what I was saying before. Instance is nothing but a server. So you have to click on the launch instance. So, okay, the next AWS is what exactly do you want? So, okay, so I want, for the test purpose, just say, okay, so I choose the server Windows Server 2016. So, like, how much capacity do you want? Like, for the test purpose, you can choose any, like, if you are using a big server, there are so many types of servers. So because this is test, so I said, okay, let's T2 medium. So this is nothing. So you don't have to worry about this one. So this one is like, again, like when you create an Amazon account, you will automatically get one VPC, which is virtual private cloud. So you don't have to worry about it, what exactly VPC is. VPC is your particular account, which is related only to your particular account. So that is your VPC. So I did not do anything here. Okay, so next, add storage. Okay, so how much capacity do you want? 30 gigabyte, 40, 50, 60, whatever it is. And this is the security group that I will show you after the server will create. But basically it is showing is, okay, so this thing, so you want your server to open to the world or to Randy's PC or to Julian's PC or whatever. So at the moment it is open to the world. So anybody can log in from the world to this particular server. So I click on launch. Okay, let's do a new keep here. And that's it. And the server will be launched in 2 seconds, and then we will definitely log into the server itself. So this thing is, if someone can ask you, have you ever created a server in your interview, you can say yes, like definitely. It is nothing. As you see the steps, it was like you can see absolutely just a 2 to 3 minute task to create a server. So you can see it's up and running, and it will be ready in another 2 minutes. Okay, so the server is up and ready. As you can see, I can like log in. I'm not going to log in, but like, you need to put the credentials and you can log it in. So how you get the admin credentials? So you can click connect here. Okay, how do you get the password? If you remember, I created a new file like that was I think test key pair. So yeah, it's still like it's taking a couple of minutes. Anyway, the other question is, so at the moment it is open to the world. So for example, how about if you want to, like, Randy say, okay, I just want to access this server by myself. I don't want anybody else to access it. So you have to click on security group. Just go here. Okay, edit inbound rule, and I will put custom IP, which will be Randy's IP. So I will put my IP. So now if I save this, nobody else can access this server. It's just me. So save rules. Yeah. So if anybody else in this world try to log into this server, he or she will not be able to access that server. And that being said, but it's so many things that really kind of easy to do. Like you can learn it. And my other topic, what I was going to say is, especially what happens is with the websites, the heavily based websites. And another question comes, have you managed the heavily websites? For example, especially on the Black Friday sales or any big sales, I'm not sure whether you guys have noticed or not, but the website usually goes down. Okay, so, and the thing is, like, and from one country, people say, oh man, it's working in USA, but in Australia, it is very slow. And so, what exactly do you do? So that's a USA. Okay, that's somewhere here UK, and that's India, and that's Australia. Okay, so definitely if you open the site here, because the data center is here, it will open fast. In USA it will open slow, because see how much time it is taking. It will open slow. But when you go from USA to Australia, it will be very slow, because the response time will be very slow. So the questions they ask is, okay, so how can you make it fast? I want my website to be open in each and every country on the same speed. I don't want, like, the delay in other countries. So I'm not sure what solution is in your mind, but usually what you have to do is, you have to apply, we call it CDN, which means it is content delivery network. So we have to apply CDN here, and CDN in different countries. Okay, so once you apply the CDN in the cloud, and again it's a simple clicks. There are few clicks you have to do in the AWS to apply the CDN. So what happens in the CDN is, once you apply, CDN is nothing but a proxy server. So once you apply the CDN, what happens next time is, you will open the website, it will go here, not go here. From here, it will go here. The response will go to the CDN, and it will cache all the contents one time. And next time, when the users will open the websites, it will be accessing from here. That's it, from here. So that's the answer of that solution, like, how you can access. You have to apply the content. See, now next time someone opens from Australia, the response will not go back, because everything is cached here. It will open from here. So from UK, it will open from here. From India, it will open from here. From China, it will open from here. So this is called content delivery network. So that's something, you should know. And okay. So this is something you should know. But again, once you do this, the next question will come to you is, okay, so how you can manage the balance? For example, millions users are using from Australia, 2 million are from China, but it's not balancing. The servers are up and down and up and down. So that's the solution in AWS. Again, it's a cloud. So this thing. And I'm going to show you everything this in the cloud. So what happens is, so this is we call application load balancer in cloud. So what we do is we put our website behind this load balancer, which is called LB, like load balancer, and we call it application load balancer. So what this load balancer does is it evenly distributes the traffic. It's here, like this country, this country, this country, and this country. So what the load balancer is doing is, it see, okay, 20 users are here, another 20, I will send it here, I will send it here, I will send it here. So you have two things in place. First, the content delivery network, and other one is the load balancing. So you have solved the purpose. Like, website is not going down, and other, you have the content delivery network. But still, like, there is the capacity of the server. For example, the server capacity is, like, say, I should say, okay, it can hold up to 100 million users. That's it. How about after that? The server will crash. And so far in the market, only AWS, not even Google and Microsoft so far, they have the ability to automatically scale the website, the servers. For example, this is the automatic scaling. So once you put this AS, which is automatic scaling, and put some policies. So I'll put the policy, okay, my website or my server, if the load goes above 70%, okay, I have 3 servers behind. So I have 3 servers behind, but if the load goes above 70%, okay, there are policies. You can define the policies. Remember, if you remember, we just did the application load balances. So in the AWS, there is a facility where you can define the policies. Okay, so you define the policies. Okay, so if the for the spelling, if the CPU will go more than 70%, please start the next server to scale it. So okay, I put it, okay, more than 70%. So once the policy will reach, okay, it's more than 70%, what it will do is it will automatically create a new servers. It will automatically create the new servers for you, so the website will not go down. Like you can define how many servers you want to start, and you will define a new policy here. Okay, you will define a new policy here. New policy here. Okay, if my server feels okay, now the capacity is less than 50%, okay, let's shut it down. So what the Amazon does is it automatically shut down these servers. Okay, so it can increase up to as many as you want, and it can decrease if they feel the CPU power is 50%. So again, you are only paying for what you are using. And what happens on the on-premises servers are, you don't have that much facility. If you increase the server, it will be there until and unless the sale is over or your period is over. So you are paying for for the full time period. But in cloud, that's why it's called cloud computing, like own availability demand. Like, if you are not using it, Amazon shut down the service and you don't have to pay for it. Like, that's okay. So you are satisfied. Okay, I'm paying for whatever I have. So this is my topic. My second topic was, and let's go to the slide. Okay, so small business models. Okay, for the infrastructure. Okay, so only approach to host resources. So this is a capital expenditure, and the other one is the operational expenditure. So if you are using cloud, you are saving both in the capital expenditure plus again on the operational expenditure as well. For example, for the God's sake, if your company shut down, okay, like if your servers full facilities on the on-premises, you have to get rid of that, and it's very hard to sell those stuff on the on-premises. Nobody's going to buy it. So whatever you spend, $1 million, $2 million, it's all going to waste. But on the cloud, whatever you have done, it's not going to cost us. You have paid whatever you have used, and when you want to shut it down, you can shut it down with any extra cost. So basically, you are saving a lot amount of money. And again, whatever I'm telling these small questions again comes in the interview. And people check the managerial skills, and then they check, okay, yeah, definitely he or she has the technical knowledge. So, you could be a good candidate for them. Okay, the two topics I have covered, and the other ones, let me go back to the, okay, load balancers. Remember I showed you the load balancers? It's very easy. So create a load balancer. I'm not going to create one, so you can create anyone, like application load balancer, that whatever choose. Again, IPv4. Okay, listener is HTTP. You can add whatever you want, HTTPS. Okay, so this is now going to charge me, so I'm not going to edit. So next, security settings, again, it is the same security settings that we applied when we were doing the server. Remember, when you have to put the IP or not put the IP, that's it. So once you've done this, your load balancer is ready to go. So what you have to do is you have to put your website behind this load balancer, and you are good to go. That's it. And the static IP. Sometimes people say, okay, I don't want the public IP because it keeps on changing. Okay, so it's here, static IP. Okay, allocate a new IP. Allocate. Okay, so I got the new IP. That's my new IP, and it will never be changed. So what you have to do is, if you want to associate this IP with your instance, associate, and you can just choose the instance, whatever we created. Like, we created test. That's it. So that is your IP for that server. It will never ever change. That's it. You are done. So if you want to give what's your server, you have to give this IP. They can log in, and that's it. And the security is up to you, whether you want to give it to Randy's IP or whether you want to give it to some kind of particular subnet, or like, for a few people, or open to the world. Open to the world is always not recommended, because the hackers always looks for the open port. So if your ports are open to the public, like, definitely it's not good. Okay, and that's what I was talking about, that auto scaling. See, create a launch configurations. Okay, you have to put the name, AMI. You don't have to worry about it because you are using a live server. Choose your instance, which is test server. We just created, and that's it. Nothing worry. That's it. Create a security group. You don't have to worry. It will automatically select your new one, the select existing one, because the one we created for the test, and you have to remember the name, whatever it is, and then you have to. So your automatic scaling is ready to go, and after that you just have to define the policies. Again, if you are good enough, you should read the policies. You have to define it. Everything be good to go. That's it. You don't have to. I did not do any kind of programming here. I did not do anything else here. So this is like, I'm repeating myself, but these things are so easy to do, especially in the Amazon cloud and reserve instances. For example, the reserve instances, Amazon is so good in that one. For example, okay, you make one server which is, like I said, T2 medium. Okay, so if I am sure I'm not going to change my T2 medium, so I can purchase it for an year. So if you can purchase it for an year, or like, with a half pay or partial pay, Amazon gives you a discount, like 30% discount. So cloud is already very cheap, but on top of that, if you are sure, like, I'm not going to change the instance types, the server types, you are going to save more and more and more. On top of that, like, it's going to be very less. Your money is going to be very less. Okay, and the other thing is the storage, which is S3. Okay, so this thing is our backup. So I just have one software installed. I did not do anything over there. I can show you that one, but it just, I can show you one more thing. Can I move this one? Yeah, I can move this one. My security credentials. Okay. So this is the security credentials. So what I did is, like, for this user, I have access key and the security key, I put it on that software and it's automatically doing all the backups for me all night if I have something, and it's very fast. And the good thing is in the cloud is, okay, like you have different departments whom you want to give that thing, like the finance or the IT, and you can create a users. I'm creating myself, Sandeep. Okay, I want only give that console access to Sandeep. Okay, I don't want him to show anything else. That's it. Okay, so copy, add user, we don't want to go, so attach existing policies. So there are so many policies, whether you want to give that administrator access or S3 access or whatever access. And once you finish this process, okay, I will show you. So if I don't have administrator access, whatever access I have, he or she will be only able to access those stuff. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it, like, I have given the credentials to Charlie or Randy and they will be able to, mess up the stuff. Whatever they can do, they can only, if you have given the access only to S3, they will be able to access only S3, and even their login link is totally different. Okay, success. See that link, see, did you see that thing, whatever, blah, 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 number and sign it. So this thing is not root credentials. So that's their credentials. I'm not going to show you, but this is a unique link for each and every user. Okay, this is the link they will get, and they will log in and they will only get whatever they're supposed to see. Okay, and the other important thing I want to show is the backups. Okay, so what happens on the on-premises server if something goes down, like for example, the full server gets crashed, we have to spend a lot of time to recover it, at least an hour or two. But in the cloud, it's a 10-minute task. So, like, for the instance, like if I have test, and every night I can't do it right now, but if every night I'm doing an image. Okay, so every night I'm doing a backup. So what I will do is create an image. So it will create an image. So that with the software or with the policies you can automatically set up. So every night that server will create an image of that particular server. And for God big safe, if something happens to your server, what you can do is come to the AMI, find the last AMI. Once it's ready, again the exactly same steps, launch, next, and your server will be back up in just 5 to 10 minutes. Again, it's a matter of just 5 minutes, and your server will be back up, and people will be amazed. Okay, and the other thing is, if you have a last night data, definitely you are missing some data. But remember, I showed you the IAM credentials, the S3 bucket, you have the latest data over there. Grab it from there and put it back on your server. With the software, you can also do the real-time data, but the real-time, we should not do it. We call it synchronous mode. With the synchronous mode, what happens is sometimes the speed gets slow. So yeah, so I should say asynchronous mode, which is a 15 minutes delay. So what you are losing here, you are backing up everything and you are losing just 5 minutes of data, nothing else. Again, in 10 minutes. So these all are the stuff, I want to people know, like especially the business students, I want to let them know, like, try to create an account on the Amazon, and it's absolutely free. Even if you use their free tier kind of things, Amazon, they don't charge you anything for an year. They are so good in that one, and it's really good for your practice. But the thing is, once you know how to create a server, how to create load balancer, how to assign static IPs, backups, S3, these are very simple things. And you can add in your resume, and you will see, how much chances you will get to enhance to get an interview. And this is all thing, it's all thing I have written, but I have showed you each and everything. These are just the scenarios. See, the cloud computings are your handy managed to manage your infrastructure with no or minimal support. Like if you have on-premises services, you are definitely going to hire a third party or someone to manage your servers. But here in cloud, you don't need anything. And I'll show you why you don't need anything. Again, if you our server is ready anyway. If you get stuck somewhere, Okay, so they have options of support center, and they charge only 10% of your monthly bill. If your monthly bill is $100, they will charge only $10 for your support. That's how good they are. You can create a case, you can tell the problem, they will do the screen share, and they will try their best to help you out. In short, whatever problem you will have, they will fix it up. Again, you are not doing anything. Whatever you don't know, create a case, jump onto the call, and they will fix it for you. But the people, they don't know. They said, man, if I get stuck, like where should I go? Whom should I ask for? But 99%, not 100%, at least 99%, AWS, their developers, their technicians, their engineers, they always help you out and able to solve the case. So basically, you are managing everything by yourself with minimum or no support, as I'm saying here. Okay, so that's very interesting thing. That's a case study, like the Washington Post. So that's the official website schedule released to the public. So I think you guys can read it. Okay. So to get that much amount of data, like what they did is they launched 200 EC2 instances. I launched one in front of you. Took 5 minutes, but again, and the cost was just $145, and within 9 hours they were able to get each and everything. But again, without cloud, it was quite impossible. Like with on-premises service, you can't do that. And the other projects, the DreamWorks, the Virgin Atlantics, like just to not to mention the Facebook, YouTube, Google, Instagram, like they all are behind the clouds. That's what, by knowingly or unknowingly, we are using cloud like in everywhere. Like as I said, in Facebook, like more than 70% people use Facebook, YouTube. They all are on cloud. Is cloud good for everything? I should say no, because the health insurance regulations and the banks, they are still struggling. They are still in the news, and I have read so many articles. They are still trying to fight. Like the fight is that because they have some secure documents, and they think that the documents are not secure in the cloud. But again, why not? Is your on-premises servers, are they safe? I may be wrong, but I feel the cloud is more secure than the on-premises server, because on-premises you install your own softwares, you install your own antiviruses, you do each and everything to protect your server. And in the cloud, you do each and everything, plus there is an extra layer of security, which is Amazon. Because you are using Amazon servers, they have their duty and responsibility, so they always put extra layer. If some DDoS attack happens, before you realize, you get an email from Amazon, okay, someone is trying to send us so many IP attacks to your server, please do something or do something. See, even you did not do anything, but with on-premises, when you realize something is happening, it's already too late. Servers are already down or something, then you put the remedies on top of that, and it takes quite a bit of time to figure it out. But with the Amazon, as I said, it's an extra layer, because it's a layer of Amazon, because their systems, their engineers, their technicians are working, and they are taking care of your data. This thing, again, as I said, pay as you go, no upfront cost, no virtual machines, no content delivery, nothing. You don't have to worry about all that stuff. So, and auto scaling, availability of the service. It's, to be honest, sorry, I should go back. To be honest, on the AWS it's 100%. It's not even 99.9. And on-premises, if something gets down, it gets down. You can't fix it. And scalability on demand, as I said, auto scaling. You use it for like 2 hours, you pay for 2 hours. Then your servers will shut down. And if you don't use it, you don't use it. So the cloud is a very vast kind of topic. I don't have time to show all that stuff, but still some basic things I really wanted to show you guys over here, and try to put my best. At least don't be afraid of that. And if you have a good managerial skills, try to use the cloud computing. Try to learn as much as you can. All resources are available for the AWS. Their documentation, their research paper, their white papers are so good. Again, more than 90% you can find from their white papers, whatever the problem you have. But once you learn it, even the basic stuff, and then try to apply for a job. Before you were applying for a manager, but now you are saying I'm a manager, but I have the technical knowledge of this, that much. I can do servers, I can do this, and this. So that's what my agenda was, like try to make people more kind of motivated to try to use this cloud. So that's what I have for my presentation this today. Yes, so any questions and suggestions are most welcome, and thank you so much for hearing me, and I'm so sorry about that screen sharing thing.
No problem, Sandeep. Thank you so much. We have, okay. Yeah, Ramesh, you can unmute and ask the question.
Yeah, Sandeep, I would like to ask how secure is the cloud?
Yeah, Ramesh, as I have already mentioned, like how secure is the cloud? I think answer in short, it's definitely pretty secure because the Amazon, they have their own kind of security layer on top of your antivirus is what you have installed. But again, your question again I have already explained, but question comes it like if it's that secure, why the health documents and the bank documents are not moving to the clouds? And that debate is going on for years now. And like as I said, like my cross question is how secure they are on their on-premises servers. If someone wants to definitely crack or log in, so they can definitely log into the on-premises servers. But on top of that, like cloud has extra layer. I'm repeating myself, sorry, but so I should say in short, it's pretty secure and pretty safe because it's Amazon, and you can install like you don't have any limitations on their server, Ramesh. You can install whatever you want, like whatever the Trend Micro or the Bitdefender, you can secure as much as you want. So it's quite secure, I should say.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Sandeep.
No problem.
Hey,
Chandu,
Sandeep.
please go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, go ahead, Randy.
Yeah, hi. So, hey, Sandeep, this is Randy. So, I mean, I just had a question. So, I'm interested in learning about AWS and the cloud. But what would you recommend as being like a starting place? Like, what would be the first things to try and do to start learning and to start getting hands-on experience?
Okay, first thing is Randy, like you already I know you the senior technical, like the senior application developers. For you, I don't think so. Like AWS has their own website, like on white papers. I said, like if you search for AWS documents, you will get everything, all their white papers. Like they have all the materials, everything. But for you, I should recommend is you can just create an account on Amazon and start creating servers and playing with it. By playing, it's not for everybody, but by playing it, you will get enough knowledge in I should say in a month, definitely to enhance your skills or put it on your resume and all that stuff. But yeah, if you are looking for some kind of tutorials, then I think just type AWS white papers in the Google or AWS documents. You will get the link, and they have each and everything. But you should start with the basic stuff, Randy, which is, as I said, the EC2 and all that stuff.
Okay, interesting. Thank you.
Yeah, Chandu, please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, hi Sandeep. Yeah, that was a very good session. And yeah, coming to my first question, so like I understand you spoke a lot about this AWS server, but I know there is no competition for AWS in cloud services. But still, we do have some of the other competitors in the market. So like, what are some major pros and cons regarding this AWS services and some of other competitors? If you say some Azure cloud services, or you can take some of the examples, just uh, what do you think some of the disadvantages in AWS?
No, Chandu, your voice is breaking. Can you repeat again, please? So,
Hello, yeah, can you hear me now?
yeah, I can hear you, but it's a little bit breaking. Yeah, say again, please, for me.
Yeah, okay. So like coming to competition wise, so there are some other competitors in market in cloud services.
Yeah.
So like comparing to them, So what are the disadvantages in AWS?
Okay. See, I think even if you go with the big competitors, like as I said in my, like when I was presenting, as I mentioned, like even the Google, like Google Cloud or the Microsoft, which is Azure, even so far, they are far behind from AWS. Like as I said, the automatically scaling kind of stuff, nobody else has other than Amazon. Okay, so if you have big sales coming, or you have something big occasion is coming, when you know that your server is going to hit millions of users, then what you have to do is, if you are even on cloud or even on Azure, you have to make up your servers ready for that one. Like, but as I said, in cloud, if you have automatically scaling, set it up, like you are good to go. So that's the biggest point Amazon has. Like you can sleep at night, you don't have to worry. Like if the users are coming, the servers will automatically stop. If the users are going down, the servers will automatically stop. So that's the biggest advantage Amazon has other than any competitor. And I don't think so in the next few years. I know that Google is working on it, Microsoft is working on it, but so far they are in the partial state when it comes to the automatic scaling. So still you have to put some kind of manual efforts to get your servers ready for that kind of, I should say that kind of big sales or something like that. So, but in Amazon, like, you don't have to worry about it. Once you set it up, you are good to go.
Okay. So like what about disadvantages in AWS? There are any some
The disadvantages, I don't think of any, because to be honest, I'm a big fan of AWS, and even if I think, because my experience with AWS so far was really good. Like even when it comes to the support, like they are so good in, like getting back to you. Like even on the phone call, they will pick up your call as soon as possible, and they will try to explain. And if you have any problem, they quickly, like within a second, they try to screen share, and they, okay, go there, and they try to help you out. And even on the, as I said, on the backups and everything, I should not say, at least for me, I don't see any disadvantages on the AWS so far. Like if in the future, if I feel any, I'll definitely let you know.
yeah. I also know about the services because I also use some of the service in AWS. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
my other question is there are some regions in AWS. If you
Yeah,
see like some US East
I know
Virginia,
some regions. Yeah.
yeah. So like what are the different regions you talked about is CDN, and what is the difference between the CDN and this region?
Yeah, CDN is just a proxy server. Like it's a content delivery network. Like the different reason I can show you very quickly. I can show you. So see, I remember I draw it here.
Yeah,
Okay, so see, if you remember, I said like, okay, this is the USA and this is Australia, okay, and you are putting CDN somewhere here. So you are just putting the proxy server, okay. But again, Chandu, your data center is USA. Like for example, you choose North Virginia. This is your data center. This is the region you have to choose. But if you think your main data center should be in India, then that's the India, and that should be, like if you feel like my servers are mostly going like 90%, the India is going to use like Indian team or like whoever, my users will be from India, then you will choose the region India, like your data center will be in India. So that's the difference. So regions are nothing but like you are deciding where your data center will be, and the cost also varies from region to region. Okay, so there
yeah,
are reasons. On top of that, like another thing I want, because you asked for the reasons, I can also tell you in the reasons there are also, every regions has the availability zones as well. Like US1 A B C D E F, whatever it has. So if you want to put your reasons, then you can decide. Okay, like you can decide. Okay, this my server will go to this availability zone, this availability zone. Just again, it's a playing, and it's a matter of where you want your customers to go to, like this availability zone and this availability zone. And the benefit of availability zones are, again, if you have only three availability zones in your India region, and one goes down, your website will not go down. All the users will automatically go to availability zone 2. And if the zone 2 will go down, all the users will go to availability zone 1. That you have to set it up. and by that time you think all three will go down, I think one will back up. That's what Amazon is. So basically, if you use the availability zones, like especially you should use, especially in the databases, we use it in the databases. So if one availability zone is down, we don't have to worry about it. Like, okay, my other one is down, so my database is running or my websites are running. So that's exactly the difference between the regions, availability zones, and the CDNs.
So yeah, basically regions are something like data centers where you want to put our data.
Where exactly where you want to put your content, where you want, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, it's in the Amazon, like, you can choose your, it's here, like, whether you want use Virginia, Ohio, and only thing is, so far is the China, you cannot use it because China has their own rules and regulations, and if you want to use China as the region, I think you have to open a separate kind of Amazon AWS account. I think, I'm not sure why it is that, but like it's a rules and regulations from China. So only reasons you cannot use is China, other than you can find the reason somewhere near wherever you want in the whole world. Yeah, but if your customers are 99% or more than 90% from China, then you have to open an AWS China account and then you can use it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only limitation of AWS US. Like, they can't, like, not even AWS, even, I think, I'm not sure, but I think even Google or Microsoft, they can't use the China region.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, Charlie, please go ahead with your question. Charlie, I see your hand raised.
Charlie, do you have any question? Oh, I think he messaged it.
No, I don't see in chat or... Oh, question answer session. Oh, okay. Can we set up SSL in AWS?
Yeah, that's a very good question, actually. Yes, Charlie, we can definitely set up SSL in AWS, and and that's a very good and easy, because if technical peoples are here, what happened is SSL is a social security layer. If you see, every website nowadays has HTTPS, so we cannot use S. S is gone. Without S, people think it's not a legitimate website, or like it's a compromised website. So what Charlie is asking is, whether we can use SSL in the cloud itself. So what happens is, when you take SSL, it's a very hassle. You buy it from GoDaddy or some third party, then you have to install it on your servers, like whether it's a Windows IIS server or the Linux or Ubuntu servers. You have to go into that web servers and install it. But what Amazon does is, like, you go to the certificate manager, okay, so you can get started and you can put your request a public certificate. I'm not putting it like, whatever, like, test.com and whatever. So once I'll click next, Charlie, I will get okay, so your request is in the process. So on that, you will get an email. So once you confirm it, your SSL certificate is ready to go. If you remember, I showed you have to put your website behind the load balancer. So once the certificate is ready, you have to go to the load balancer, put it under the target, and that's it. And your website will be done from HTTP to HTTPS. So your answer is yes. Definitely, we can use SSL in AWS, and it's quite straightforward. No programming required, no web server knowledge required, and it's a matter of clicks. You just should know where to go and what to click. That's it. So yeah, definitely we can do that.
Okay, I think that answers his question. So any other questions, any other comments, feedback? If not, then just before we conclude, I just wanted to let you know that you can, if you have any topic, if you want to present, or um, uh, anything that interests you, please do email us at webinar@letustalkit.com. And we have an exciting topic tomorrow as well, which is Let Us Talk It Youth Series. And the topic is back to school, benefits and risks of in-person or virtual learning options. So an amazing topic, very apt for now, this time. And we hope you will join in. It's again 12 to 1 p.m. EST tomorrow. And yes, if we don't have any more questions, then we can end this session. Thank you so much, Sandeep. Thank you for being with us and giving us such an informative webinar. And thank you, audience, for joining in. And we wish you have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Julian. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.